Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Numithrander, and we pick up once again in Genshin Impact. So let's see what we can do. Looks like we can finally do Act 2 of the prologue, For a Tomorrow Without Tears. Alright, looks like we have to go down a little bit. But yes, helping out Amber and Kaya. And signing up for the Adventurers Guild with Catherine did the trick and got us just high enough for the adventure rank to be sufficient to continue. Jean and the Fatui.
Isn't that Jean?
Yes, and she's speaking to a Fatui.
Seems she's talking to someone. Let's let her finish, then go say hi.
Which is what has brought us to this point in the first place. If you are unable to promptly deal with the storm terror threat, then leave the defense of Mondstadt to the Fatui.
Absolutely not. And in a little bit you guys will understand my vehemence on that point.
We can put an end to Mondstadt's dragon issues. All we need to do is bring that monster to the...
Monster?
Yes. What's your point?
I'd expect a more professional attitude from your diplomats. Yet here you are saying you want to put an end to one of the four winds of Mondstadt? I won't have any of this nonsense in front of the Knights of Favonius.
It's not as crazy as you make it sound. Fine. That's enough negotiation for today. At this stage, it's simply an amicable exchange of constructive opinions, no?
Your intent to commit sacrilege is an exchange of constructive opinion, is it? Yeah, I think you're starting to see what I mean about the Fatui being awful people. Perhaps not all of them, but certainly the Harbingers, and certainly their top brass.
I'll be sure to make thorough notes.
Oh, you're back. Thanks for your help. The elemental flow is finally stable. The aftermath of Storm Terror's last attack is finally settled for the moment. However, the pressure from the delegation has become too big to be ignored.
Delegation? From Liyue Harbor or Inazuma City?
Snezhnaya. They choose to follow the god of Cryo. Their envoys go by a particular name, the Fatui. Heard of them?
Oh, them? They're super famous! Wait, infamous is more the word.
I don't think killing Storm Terror is the right course of action. The Cryo gods Fatui have always coveted the Anemo god's power. I don't believe they have Mondstadt's best interests at heart.
They most certainly do not. But speaking of power...
What is it?
There's something I need to show the Knights of Favonius.
Oh, let us head back to headquarters then. We shouldn't discuss important matters out in the open.
And certainly not in front of the embassy to Snezhnaya. That would be most unwise. To give them unfettered access would be... ruinous. Prologue Act 2, For a Tomorrow Without Tears.
Mondstadt and Snezhnaya are considered the same in status. Mondstadt is independent and does not belong to any other nation. In fact, despite being referred to as a city, Mondstadt is a nation. Though, Snezhnaya's Fatui are known to be the most aggressive diplomats in Teyvat.
Makes sense given the tone of that woman just now. So rude.
That's only scratching the surface. But I won't spoil all of that. Not yet. After all, there may be some people watching who haven't actually seen this story unfold yet.
It's a crystal embedded with some kind of power. Lisa, are you able to analyze it?
Let me take a look. I can see impurities in the crystal, but upon further inspection... No, I'm sorry. I can't make a proper analysis at the moment. Give me some time. I'll take a look through the library's restricted section.
Right. I'll leave the research to you then, Lisa.
Understood. I'll notify you all if I make any progress. Though, I wouldn't go getting your hopes up. They're incredibly ancient texts, not to mention... Ouch! Gosh, that hurt! The impurities in the crystal... It hurts when I get close. Oh, I see. It appears to react to visions.
Which explains why I wasn't injured going near it. As my power does not come from a vision.
The impurities and the elemental energy we embody repel each other. It's strange, though. You have elemental abilities as well, but don't seem to be affected in the same way.
There are reasons for that, but even I don't have a complete understanding of it.
Anyway, the crystal would be better left in the hands of my cutie. It will just be a pain if left with us, both literally and metaphorically.
Very well, I will keep hold of it for the time being.
Fascinating. Do you know anything about what makes you special? I do not know what to make of it either. Well then, the Knights of Favonius have another favor to ask of you. Please accept the title of Honorary Knight, and the gratitude of the Acting Grand Master.
Honorary Knight of Favonius?
Very generous of you. I'm supposing that you could not make me an official knight, only an honorary one. I suppose I would have to wait for Varka, the real Grand Master, to return to receive a proper knighting. But on the flip side, honorary status allows me some latitude. Whereas if I were officially oath-bound as a knight, that would rather complicate my travels. After all, that would make me an agent of law in Mondstadt, an aspect of Mondstadt's authority. And that might cause political trouble elsewhere. So better to be left with honorary knight rather than official knight, I suppose.
We ask for your continued assistance in finding some answers. Storm Terror's rage, and strange crystals. I know Mondstadt's peace hangs in the balance. May the wind open your eyes to the truth. We'll meet back here if you find anything.
Rather vague instructions, don't you think? Up to adventure rank 11. Nope. Unexpected encounter. Walk out the door. Well, anything to say before I depart? What do you know of the Fatui?
Those people in strange uniforms are Fatui. They're here as delegates from Snezhnaya. Stay away from them. Having contact with them is dangerous, even for innocent travelers.
Indeed, it is dangerous. You seem to have an extensive library here. What can you tell me of its contents?
You can visit whenever you need to look something up. Naturally, the library is free to access. Just don't forget to return books on time, or you'll make my job difficult.
Alright. And now we head out the front door. And presumably bump into somebody. Or something. Oh, Paimon's waiting for us, apparently. You know, I'd forgotten just how often you actually have characters and party members wandering around in the open world in these early hours. Kinda miss it, to be honest. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people running around in the world. But after you finish most of the main quests, the vast majority of them just disappear off the face of the earth. I do wish you could actually just talk with the NPCs a lot more. Particularly your party members. Oh well.
There's something you didn't tell them. The dragon and the crystal weren't the only things we saw.
Yes, there was that boy in the green cloak. I'd like to investigate on my own first.
So you do remember him, that green guy! He looked just like that guy down there!
Oh? Oh, that is him, yep. The exact same shade of green, what a coincidence. It certainly looks like him.
See? See? Wait, hold on a minute. That's the same guy!
Oh well. Fortune is smiling on us, it seems. Or mayhaps the Anemo Archon. The Anemo god has chosen to favor us, perhaps. Well, in any event, we shall pursue the boy in green.
How am I going to get them more?
That green guy disappeared! Use Elemental Sight to track him down.
Do we actually know what he looks like for our Elemental Sight? Looks like Lumine was the, test character for this. I wonder, would Elemental Sight allow me to spot anybody's footprints like this? Because if it would, then there'd be a whole lot of interference with this. But it seems like it's only showing me one set. Oh. Hang on. Oh, there they are. Thought I'd lost them for a second. Oh, but then he walked right up to a wall.
His footprints lead to this wall. Did he climb up from here?
Pretty high. I think I'm actually going to go a little ways around and up. Okay, here's his footprints again. Looks like he's heading up toward the church. Oh. And suddenly a whole bunch of people leveled up. Ah, and there's the boy in green.
What is to be sung transpired in days of yore, when the divine Archon still walked the earth. A dragon cast his curious gaze on the world below, as he parted from the heavens that gave his birth. The dragon sought truth amongst common folk, but mortal trifles only fogged his mind. The wind-born bard strummed his strings dulce, and the Holy Lyre answered his questions kind. The dragon was but a child full of wonder, and soared the heavens free from care. The bard's songs invited him to sing along, for he yearned to let all perceive him fair. Enchanting legends the bard and dragon were, but the tides of despair soon engulfed the land. The Lion Fang perished, and the Falcon Flag slept, as a vile dragon approached Mondstadt in lone stand. Over the cathedral loomed Death and his friends. Of the people's agony, the bards soon sang. The soaring dragon heeded his grave calls, and amidst the windstorms a brutal war sprang. Blood of venom sent the sky dragon into slumber, only to awake to be expelled in abhor. Why do people in this age loathe me so? But the Holy Lyre replied no more. Wrath and woe, vigor and venom, poured from the dragon's bitter eyes. The dragon's curse sprawled in silence, but the lyre could no longer soothe his cries. Wait, you guys are... Oh, that's right. You're the ones that scared Dvalin away.
We scared him, you say?
Dvalin? Who's that?
That would be Storm Terror's true name. And besides, Lisa told us, didn't you listen?
Huh? Oh, right! Most people seem to call him Storm Terror. Why do you call him that? Are you two meant to be close or something?
Oh, so close.
Hey, so... Paimon thinks this guy has a screw loose.
I do apologize for my companion. Your name would be, good sir?
I'm Venti the Bard. 3-time winner of the most popular bard of Mondstadt, to be precise. So, what do you need from me?
Given you recognize us, Paimon doesn't believe we need to explain any further. Of course it's about Storm Terror!
Storm?
Hey! Cut it with the Amnesia Act! Alright, show it to him.
Yes.
Oh, isn't this?
Oh, except it's changed color. It was red a moment ago.
What? The crystal has been purified? When?
The last time I checked, it was full of impurities. So what happened between talking with Lisa and coming here? The only thing of note to change was meeting you, Venti. Now isn't that curious?
Dvalin, the anguish he feels has brought him to tears.
Tears?
He was once such a gentle child, now so full of rage and suffering. I also came across a teardrop crystal. Can you purify it?
Huh?
You really do have some wonderful abilities. Someone like you is going to end up getting written into a bard's poem.
Doubly likely, considering I'm literally talking to a bard about this. In fact, would I have to pay you not to add me into your songs? Ugh.
Oh, a hero so bright should she stand in the light. Though stand in the shade, and you'll be met by a blade.
Oh, that's a she again. Even though the text says he. Oh my.
Alas, I've really not the time to compose a melody for you at this moment. Anyway, even if Dvalin is not taken down, his life will still wither away in the breeze. He'll burn himself out in the flames of anger.
Oh, that last one. As a knight, I suggest you turn yourself in along with the dragon. As if Venti has the authority to simply ask Dvalin to turn himself over to the Knights. And what exactly would you expect the Knights to do if Dvalin was to just turn himself in? What, would you expect them to make an extra large cage for him? He's a dragon. Ugh. I feel sorry for Dvalin. Your story was moving.
Thank you for that, and for purifying the teardrop crystal. But I have my own plans for what is to follow.
Oh, and what plan would that be?
Seeing this tear has brought to mind a friend so dear.
Friend?
One must be going.
Hey, where are you running off to?
To the symbol of Mondstadt's hero. Bye-bye.
Huh. What do you make of that?
The weirdo, as you put it. We need to keep an eye on him.
As far as he's concerned, you're a weirdo too, you know.
I don't think you should be calling anyone else weirdos, Paimon.
No what?
His voice seemed familiar.
Familiar? I don't know. You're alone on that one. But did he just say symbol of Mondstadt's hero? Oh, Paimon knows! It's that huge tree! You know, the gigantic one. You can't miss it. Surely you still remember.
Yes, and as it happens, we have already unlocked the statue of the Seven beneath the Tree of Windrise. And while we're on the way, we might as well grab our next adventure rank reward.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
In fact, we can collect 4 of them. HP. Flat defense. Not going to be too picky about artifacts, but even by that standard, this is a little lacking. Ah, 4-star sword. I think I'll give this to Kaya for the moment. $50 primos. Ah, but that's adventure rank 12, so not even at that yet. A defense goblet. To be fair, useful for Noelle. And since I just mentioned it, I think I'll go equip that on Noelle right now. Ah, she doesn't even have a feather. Resolute Sojourner. 18% extra attack is nothing. Nothing to sneeze at, so I'm actually going to have to see whether or not I can get that full set going on the Traveler. Or at least the 2 pieces. Let's see. We can get Instructor. Okay, so that's 2 set bonuses going now. That's extra... extra EM is decent. I'm wondering if attack percent would be better for the moment. Lucky Dog would give 100 extra defense. Looks like that's slightly better. Ah. $100 extra defense. Little stronger for Noelle. And the healing bonus is also helpful for Noelle. Oh yes, a very long tutorial on wood gathering. Okay. So, let's go to Windrise and see what might be found here. Actually, before we do that, I think I'm going to hit a ley line. And also grab the teleport waypoint right behind it. Seeing capped resin is beginning to give me conniptions. Okay.
Dodge this!
And I actually hit him, too. I was thinking I was slightly out of range for that. Well, let's see, actually... Crit rate and crit damage bonus. Actually, now that I look at it, prototype ranker would only be strictly better if I were specifically using Kaya for normal and charge attacks. But for the moment, I'm using him far more for his use of, well, his burst and his elemental skill. And while I remember, I might as well enhance the sword. The higher the crit rate bonus, the better. I'll also make sure to lock down everything so that I don't accidentally sell important weapons or burn them for EXP. Let's see. There we go. I'm starting to worry that this would take too long. Oh, hold on. Yep, not gonna level up this weapon right now. And this is also what I meant, a whole bunch of stuff on the chopping block. Some of which I most definitively would not want to be rid of. Oh, let's refine the debate club. Again, certainly not a favorite of mine, but all the weapons I currently have, I should refine. It would be more useful to spend the weapons refining their principal copies, so to speak, than it would be to simply burn them for EXP. That would be a bit of a waste.
Cool it! What's the hurry?
Leave it all to me.
Okay.
Don't get frostbite. Dodge this.
Steady as stone. Time to clean up.
Let's use Noel.
I'll catch up.
How's this all? Oh, frozen. Yep, that little churl wizard. Making my life harder than it needs to be. Okay. Yep, not gonna get very much in terms of rewards. Not at this low a level, anyway. But to be fair, I don't actually need all that much in the way of EXP to level up at this stage. Oh, looks like we have a challenge. If it's not a combat one, I might be able to manage it. Oh, exploding barrels. I'm gonna need amber. Maybe I'll be able to get her into the team quick enough.
Leave it to me.
Okay, we managed.
Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift.
And looks like the Sele is inadvertently leading us directly to another of the ley lines. Very well.
No escape.
Baron Bunny does act as a very good distraction. Ooh, nice flaming tornado there. If only you could do that more consistently. But it's dependent entirely on the elements that are swirled up with it.
A reward on the road.
Let's see, how far away is that last ley line? Not too far. And I can also grab the Midsummer Courtyard while I'm headed in that direction. As well as whatever other goodies I come across.
Freeze!
Looks like you didn't care about my little Baron Bunny. But you were still shooting at me.
Is this an answer from this
I
world?
guess he was simply too far away to be affected by Baron Bunny. Oh. That's annoying. Next ley line is at the top of this cliff. Well, we're going to have to work our way around a bit. Let's see. Oh.
Cool it.
I must leave no...
Yeah, setting the entire field on fire by accident is a bit dangerous at this point. It's a good way to wind up damaging Aether without good cause.
I'll keep this close.
Okay, looks like we found... or have we? Ah, there's the temple. Nope, not gonna be going into that yet. Not worth the trouble. Not right now. Now, another achievement. Two achievements. Blazing Dadupa. Set a wooden shield wall, Mitachurl shield on fire. Okay. Surrounded by treasure orders.
This one will be frozen in time. Freeze.
As a good knight should.
It is quite the pity that Noelle is not actually a Knight of Favonius.
The hunter. Another test subject.
Leave it all to me.
Dodge this.
Get him!
And they gave me a fire tornado to launch at them. Okay, plenty of treasure hoarder material. At least for the first round of upgrades. But I think I've wandered around enough. Well, it's time that we actually made our way to Windrise. And as ever, I prefer to go in daylight if I can help it. The statue should be able to patch us up a little. Ah, looks like we found Venti once again.
Oh? What are you doing here? Though I was just wondering if you would happen to follow me.
I was hoping that you might tell me more about the Anemo god.
You speak of the god of Anemo, Barbatos? He already disappeared from Mondstadt a long time ago. Liyue and Inazuma's respective gods of Geo and Electro are still present, but Mondstadt has seen many a moon since they last saw their own god. Why do you wish to know about the god of Anemo? Does it have something to do with Dvalin?
Oh, it's because gods...
Someone told me about Dvalin's past.
Just how is it that everyone sees Storm Terror? I'm quite curious. That said, there's no need to rush. I have not been back in a while. It seems there are a few who are unhappy with my arrival.
The wind! I can't open my eyes! What is a creature like that doing out here in such a calm place? You think it was going after that green guy? His relationship with the wind seems even deeper than yours.
He did claim that they were unhappy with his arrival.
Oh, so sorry.
Leave it all to me.
This is not going overly well. Oh. Yes, unfortunately, Aether is my most heavily developed character at the moment.
Dodge this!
But he's also an Anemo unit,
Someone needs assistance.
meaning his elemental skill and burst are useless on this thing.
Seems the dragon wasn't the only thing affected by this change in the wind. Now then, you were saying someone had told you about the dragon?
Yes.
Is that so? Quite the scholar, I must say that, Lisa. She's not wrong. The conflict has reached this point only because both sides have resorted to the use of force. His hate, however, did not arise from the people not making tribute to the Four Winds. Nor was it born from his own nature, but instead came about as a product of his degradation.
Degradation?
The black blood flowing through his heart has been torturing him for years. That's what has allowed him to be led astray by the lies of the Abyss Mage.
I believe I've heard something about the Abyss in Mondstadt recently.
Correct. They are from the Abyss Order, an organization comprised of non-human beings. They despise mankind. I don't know where they come from. All I know is that they hold deep hatred toward the human world. Many hilly trolls out in the wild take orders from them and act as their weapons. Before arriving here, I too was like Dvalin, cursed and left to waste. But now, before us stands the symbol of Mondstadt's hero, the place from which Mondstadt rose. The wind amongst the branches is good. I love the way it smells. Being here with you beneath this great tree feels like when the tear was purified earlier. Like the poison is leaving my body. Feels much better.
So, how exactly did you get poisoned?
That would be because I tried to communicate with Dvalin earlier, but was interrupted. As a result, not only did I not manage to help Dvalin break his curse, but instead was also infected myself.
I see. I do apologize. I did not mean to interfere in that way.
Yes, it was you. So to make up for it, you're coming with me to the cathedral.
Oh?
The Mondstadt Cathedral? To do what exactly?
To claim a certain Holy Lyre der Himmel.
Just like that. We're going to wander into Mondstadt, into the cathedral, and just take the Holy Lyre. Something tells me that, the local priesthood is not going to take kindly to this suggestion of yours, Venti. Well, I do owe you a favor. Although hopefully we don't wind up in prison trying to carry out this little favor. Would be a most unfortunate end to our adventure, wouldn't it? Winding up prisoners in the Cathedral of Mondstadt.
So this Holy Lyre der Himmel is...
one of the most treasured items in Mondstadt. It's the lyre that Barbatos used to play. With it, perhaps I can help Dvalin draw his gentle nature back out of this nightmare he's going through.
Will it really stop Storm Terror from causing more damage?
Of course! I'm the best bard in the world. There's not a single song I do not know, no matter if it's from the past, present, or future. Look me in the eyes. Do you not find me trustworthy?
Look into my eyes. What are you hiding?
So how can we get the Holy Lyre?
It's said that it's enshrined deep within the cathedral, somewhere safe. I'll go take a look around. You can come if you want.
Just like that. Ay. Ah, almost forgot. And only one more. I need to hunt down a Cryo Abyss Mage. That'll be another 100 EXP right there. And it'll net me the investigation progress. Another 50 primos. Another 100's all I need to get to like 12, it seems. Still need to hit rank 20 if I want to do anything with the Abyss. And the sooner we get to the Abyss, the better, as that'll net us Shunling and Kale if we get far enough.
Let me handle this. Hello there, sister!
May the Anemo god bless you, young bard. How can I help you?
Actually, I know a secret that can save Mondstadt from its current predicament.
Oh, what a blessing from the god of Anemo! But you should report that to the Knights of Favonius. Why have you come to me?
Because you, dear sister, are able to help. I'd like to borrow the Holy Lyre. With it, I'll be able to help Storm Terror.
Please see yourselves out.
What?
It's a vicious dragon indeed, but once the acting Grand Master makes up her mind, nothing can stand in the Knight's way.
That's simply not acceptable. Wouldn't Storm Terror end up getting killed that way?
That foolish beast betrayed the winds. Not even the god of Anemo themselves would forgive it.
Please, I beg of you.
I'm afraid not, little bard. Strange. Somehow I feel so bad rejecting this sweet child.
Then, I guess I'm left with no other choice. I cannot hide anymore. My disciples, rejoice! Behold, the god of Anemo, Barbatos, has descended. Shocked, aren't you? Don't you just want to cry out and rejoice? How does it feel to finally meet the god you've been serving?
If there's nothing else, I'll be going back to handle the cathedral's paperwork now.
Wait!
I see. So you were just going to ask them for it. And then when that failed, you claimed to be God. I don't know about you, but that would not have been my plan.
Huh? She didn't even bat an eyelid. But I have at least learned what I wanted to know. She didn't deny that the cathedral is enshrining the Holy Lyre. Now, since you're the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius, maybe you can give it a shot.
What, do you just expect me to go over and... Yes, you do expect me to just walk over and ask her. Oh, dear. I'm an honorary knight, you realize. And besides that, this is a... Oh, dear. I wonder how much of a separation of church and state there is in Mondstadt. The Knights of Favonius might not actually have any authority over the Church of Barbatos. And if they don't, then my being an honorary knight will mean next to nothing here. The politics involved in this. Well, we'll find out quickly, I guess.
Barbatos bless you.
Greetings, I'm the honorary Knight of Favonius, known as Aether.
I know you. You and Amber saved Mondstadt that day. So what brings you here? Tasks from the acting Grand Master?
Yes, actually. The Knights of Favonius would like to borrow the Holy Lyre.
Is that so? Not that I don't trust you. It's just that a suspicious bard came looking to borrow the Holy Lyre as well. He's full of nonsense and even called himself Barbatos. He must be up to something. There are regulations in place for the use of the Holy Lyre. Currently, it's only used in Ludi Harpastum. Signed documents from the Grand Master, Seneschal, and community representative are all required. So, may I see the document from the Knights of Favonius?
Paimon aided on our way here. I'm afraid the Grand Master didn't mention the need of a form.
A signed document is required. Without it, there's not much I can do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really am quite busy as of late.
Well. Adventure rank 12. Okay, so it turns out... Oh, and there's a bunch of new quests all of a sudden. Well, we'll be getting into that in a bit, I guess, but... for now... We have to give Venti the bad news. Yes, the Knights of Favonius have some leeway here, but I would need the Grand Master's signature to even begin to ask for the lyre. And I have to wonder whether or not Jean can even grant that kind of signature.
It didn't work. I knew it.
You knew it?
I just wanted to know how influential the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius is. You see, the best warrior should always be presented with the best sword. And yet here we are. Does the story not make for a fitting ballad?
So what are you trying to say? That we're not good enough?
No, that's not it. More of a commentary regarding Mondstadt's inability to see the warrior standing right before its very eyes. Very well. Looks like borrowing it is not going to be possible. We're simply going to have to steal it. Today we stand for free will. Any suggestions on just how we steal it?
Could we not do that? We just got over the idea that I am not exactly given carte blanche to do whatever I please here. And my honorary status as a knight might well be revoked if they find out that I'm stealing holy artifacts from the church. So could we not?
Come now, speak up. That's what free will is for.
I don't want to steal anything.
Look at you, sidetracked from the start. But seriously, you're more suitable for the job than I.
How?
Aside from singing, I don't really have any other talents. Besides, if I was caught, I'd have no one to right the grave injustice of my arrest.
How can it be a grave injustice if you got caught stealing red-handed?
But things are different for you. You are the superstar of the Knights of Favonius. You have made contributions to Mondstadt. Should you get caught, you would easily be able to talk your way out of it.
Really?
The guards here, it seems they're off duty throughout the night. If we manage to seize this opportunity, it should be smooth sailing from here.
Stop mentioning us getting caught!
What do you say?
I'm sorry, wait, did you just say you're Barbatos, by the way? Yeah, that is a thing we kind of skipped over, isn't it? You just claimed to be the Anemo god. The god of Mondstadt, the god of freedom. You just declared you're Barbatos. What?
Yes. Seems I did mention that. Your point being?
If you really are a god, then we can't simply abandon you. You might be able to help after all if you really are Barbatos.
Why does your decision hinge upon whether or not I am a god?
Paimon will fill you in on her background story when we get the time.
Oh, they refer to Aether as her again. And if you're not a god, then I'll help Dvalin regardless. He doesn't deserve his present suffering.
Huh?
I will bring you the Holy Lyre der Himmel, in the hopes that you're not spinning me a yarn, Bard. Okay. So what time even is it now? Oh. It actually is nighttime already, wouldn't you know it? So, might as well just go ahead with this. Well, looks like we have a long way to go. And we have to be sneaky about this. Mandatory stealth segment. With how brightly lit these steps are, it's kind of a wonder we haven't been caught already. Okay, how good are your line of sight? How good is your line of sight? Okay, there's a lot of you down there. Let's see if we... Oh, there's another one of you. Oh dear. Okay, you're going off that way. Need to figure out the search patterns. Oh. I'm glad I didn't just jump down there. I'd have regretted that in a hurry. Oh, I can't jump. Okay. Oh, I can roll. Ooh. Looks like I can throw distractions. Okay. There'd somebody move right there. Okay, that... this might be a problem. Good thing your peripheral vision isn't worth a damn. Okay, and you didn't come all the way down here, so that's something. Okay, then. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, just about got caught there. Let's grab this right quick. Oh!
Who are you?
Fatui.
She disappeared!
Freeze! What are you doing here?
No, run!
Oh no. Kinda wishing we'd had a cloak or something to hide her identity. But there is no way they didn't recognize us.
Oh no! We're busted! Run!
What? Follow me.
Ooh. Looks like I didn't quite... Oh dear. I am below all of the rings I would need to speed up. I may still make it in time, but this'll be a close call. Yeah, and here's the ledge problem I mentioned before. Okay. Will I get far enough away in time? Oh, looks like we made it. Then he brought us to a tavern for some reason.
Master Diluc, this is this week's accounts.
The disaster has greatly affected business.
Well, let's hope it all ends soon.
Hi! We'd like a seat at your, least conspicuous table.
The second floor has fewer customers. You'd be less conspicuous up there. But aren't you a bard? Why not sit front and center?
Let's save the paid performance for next time. We'll be heading up now. See you in a bit.
Hey, keep an eye on them. There's something strange about that bard. I'll go ask around.
Ask who exactly?
The protectors of Mondstadt.
I suppose you're referring... well, to the Knights.
Master Diluc, have you seen two thieves around?
What happened? Why have you mobilized so many guards?
Haven't you heard, Master Diluc? Two thieves are trying to steal the Holy Lyre.
Huh? How odd.
Isn't it? The Holy Lyre is a treasure that was played by the god of Anemo themselves. Such a precious piece of cultural heritage.
Why would one want to steal something they can't sell off? Would pay better to steal from my sellers.
Huh?
Sorry, off topic. Believe they headed that way.
Understood. Thank you, Master Diluc.
Well, certainly I thank you for covering for us like that. Though I wonder why you would.
Today, I think I'll have a glass of...
You can put down that bottle you stole from behind the counter.
something cold.
Right. I want answers.
Let me finish my drink first. I'll pay you. Well, with a performance.
It's not about money. You seem too young to be drinking.
No need to worry. When I started drinking, you were still...
How about answering my question first?
Oh, you want to ask, who's this? Am I right? He is Master Diluc, the boss of... the owner of this tavern. He's very famous. By the way, his dandelion wine is one of my favorites. Although most of the time I can only afford a bottle or two.
I see.
I just heard about some thieves from the guards. For the record, I like your guts for trying to steal the Holy Lyre der Himmel. Even if you are fools. But we don't often get to see people like you.
It wasn't us that stole it. The real thief is still out there.
This is the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius. Why would someone so aspiring steal Mondstadt's sacred treasure?
Hotshot? Oh, so it's you. So, you and the bard are close friends?
I've only heard him play the once. And you wouldn't believe what else he's told me.
Well, despite only being a passing traveler, you still offered your help to Mondstadt in its time of need. A shame you joined the Knights. The Knights of Favonius. Inefficient right from beginning to end. And towards the Fatui, weak and conservative. Forget it. I don't feel like talking about it.
Seems you don't really like the Knights of Favonius.
Just differences in approach is all. I have my own hopes for this city. Now, answers. Why did you steal the Holy Lyre?
You sure you want to know? It could implicate you in the affairs of the Knights of Favonius.
That's fine. I somehow always end up implicated in their affairs.
If I tell you the story with a performance, will you believe me?
It depends. I'll make my own judgment.
Then will I get paid?
Your reward will range from anywhere between 5 mora and the Holy Lyre. It all depends on your story.
Very well. Let me put on a show.
What did I just witness? This is confidential information. Why did you let me know?
Why? Perhaps the winds are changing. What say you, Master Diluc?
Interesting. Give me some time. I'll organize some contacts. Outlander, as one of the knights, it seems you're not a suspect. Blonde is the only description on the wanted poster. You should be safe. As for the bard, however, it'd be better if you stayed in the tavern.
No problem. I like taverns.
Okay. Let's meet here tonight after the tavern closes.
I see. Ay. Well, that turned into quite the mess, didn't it? But then how could it have gone otherwise, when we were trying to steal the holy relic? Not to mention the sister now has a particular disdain for Venti, considering he claimed to be Barbatos and all. She'll certainly remember him for that, if nothing else. But now we have to wait until night falls and the tavern closes. So for now, I think I'm going to call it quits and take a break. If you've enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And do check out my Elden Ring Let's Play. And as always, have a good day.